2020, Dr. Disrespect, one of the biggest streamers on the platform, was banned by Twitch. Not a single word about it came from Dr. Disrespect, Twitch, or anyone else for that matter. It was treated as a glitch in the system and everyone moved on pretty quickly from it. Fast forward to 2024 and the truth about secret messages with a minor starts to come out. Dr. Disrespect is losing business deals left and right, and we're finally starting to find out the real truth might be a lot hairier than we first thought.
It says swerving. Ooh, man, I like your style. It might be time to drive in the sunset, champs. I appreciate all of you. Appreciate all the commitments, the recommitments. Please do me a favor. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your week. And we'll see you soon.
Dr. Disrespect was and still is one of the largest gaming streamers on either Twitch or YouTube. And to understand the full story, we have to rewind to the summer of 2020 when this whole thing started with the Twitch ban. On his last stream before the sudden ban in June of that year, he clearly checked something on his phone that changes his demeanor, almost like he knew he was about to get banned.
Watch me take over. I love it, man. See the self-confidence in the chat? That's what I'm talking about. The self-confidence of the Champions Club, it's at an all-time high, and don't ever stop. Please, don't ever stop. You gotta be strong in this world, man.
The ban itself was odd at the time. Whereas Twitch would normally provide a reason for banning a streamer, there was nothing from them on this one, and nothing from Dr. Disrespect either. The next day he tweeted, "Twitch has not notified me of the specific reason behind their decision. Firm handshakes to all for the support during this difficult time." Even at this time, a lot of his own fans were having trouble believing Dr. Disrespect wouldn't know the cause for the ban. One user said, "He's lying. He knows exactly why he got banned. He's just embarrassed to talk about it." 1 month later, in August 2020, Dr. Disrespect re-emerged on YouTube to reach an even larger audience than before. His first stream garnered over 400,000 live viewers and over 4 million views overall. It was obvious he still had public opinion on his side.
Shaggy, thank you for the $5. Doc, you sexy beast, glad you're back. It feels good to be back! Woo!
With that being the case, the whole thing blew over pretty quickly, and the Dr. Disrespect ban turned into one of those mysteries with no answer. Dr. Disrespect himself maintained the story that he had no idea why he had been banned, so it seemed like a closed case.
We still have no idea. We have no idea.
All of that was finally about to change one fateful day in 2024. On the 21st of June, one tweet from a former Twitch employee caused a massive uproar. Cody Connors tweeted, "He got banned because he got caught sexting a minor in the then existing Twitch Whispers product. He's trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. The powers that be could read in plain text. Case closed, gang." The tweet got millions of views, and rightly so. Those are serious allegations. But given how relatively unknown this guy was, there were still a lot of questions about the allegations. One user rightly tweeted, "This is one hell of a statement. I hope receipts are brought forward. If this is true, then there's a lot of heads that need to roll. If this isn't, then you just destroyed your credibility forever." However, the doc was being pressured to say something in response, with even Jake Lucky quote tweeting the allegations. He finally caved and responded to Jake Lucky saying, "Jake, seriously, I get it. It's a hot topic, but this has been settled. No wrongdoing was acknowledged and they paid out the whole contract." This response from Dr. Disrespect was just about as bad as it could possibly be, with almost everyone calling out the fact that he didn't deny any of the allegations and instead relied on legal speech to try and wiggle out of it. One user said, "No wrongdoing was acknowledged does not mean no wrongdoing occurred." And another said, "You have some nasty allegations against your name and this was your choice of words? to use as a response? With the amount of backlash he was getting, Dr. Disrespect felt the need to put out a much better tweet clarifying the situation, saying, "Listen, I'm obviously tied to legal obligations from the settlement with Twitch, but I need to say what I can say since this internet. I didn't do anything wrong. All this has been probed and settled. Nothing illegal, no wrongdoing was found, and I was paid. Elden Ring Monday." Although this was a better statement, many questions still hung in the air. The fact that he ended the statement with Elden Ring Monday just signified that he was trying to move past it as fast as possible, which wasn't a bad idea. But the statement saying all this has been probed indicated that there was something to probe, and allegations were at least true in some capacity. But things were about to go from bad to worse when, during one of his streams, his demeanor shifts as if he's getting some bad news. As it turns out, the gaming company that he co-founded had just kicked him off the team after conducting their own internal investigation. They tweeted, "On Friday evening, we became aware of an allegation against one of our co-founders, Guy Beam, aka Dr. Disrespect. We assumed his innocence and began speaking with the parties involved, and in order to maintain our principles and standards as a studio and individuals, we need to act. For this reason, we are terminating our relationship with Guy Beam immediately. While these facts are difficult to hear and even more difficult to accept, it is our duty to act with dignity on behalf of all the individuals involved, especially the 55 developers and families we have employed along with our community of players." Things were starting to look pretty bad. Fans speculated that if he was losing exclusive deals with the companies he co-founded himself, then there must be some truth to the allegations after all. Considering just a short while ago, he had a $10 million offer from Kick on the table, that's likely gone now too. Dr. Disrespect was staring down the barrel of a career-ending scandal, and he sounded absolutely deflated on stream.
I think when I say step away, I think either have to relay this to the Midnight Society, but maybe I step away from there too. Just completely remove myself from the scene. It's what I need to do.
But if that wasn't bad enough, the doc would go on to put out what many people are calling one of the worst defense statements in history out on Twitter. "Hello, I'd like to make a quick statement. Let's cut. As you know, there's no filter with me. I've always been upfront and real with you guys on anything that I can be upfront about, and I'm always willing to accept responsibility, which is why I'm here now. First and foremost, I do want to apologize to everyone as my community as well as those close to me, my team, and everyone at Midnight Society Game Studio. A lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society and we made the painful decision collectively to have me step down. Our team is full of incredibly talented and good people who have high career ambitions and families, and I'd never want to jeopardize the culture we have carefully crafted." So far, nothing wrong with that statement. It's this next bit where things start to get dark. He says, "Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now that 2 former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can tell you my side of the story regarding the ban. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes leaned too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Nothing illegal happened, no pictures were shared, no crimes were committed. I never even met with the individual. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me and no criminal charges has ever been brought against me." And there it was. The bombshell of the whole statement dropped in the middle of his long statement. Dr. Disrespect straight up had inappropriate chats with the minor, and both he and Twitch did their best to cover it up. He did try apologizing in his statement, saying, "Now, from a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should have never entertained those conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband, and a father. It should have never happened. I get it. I'm not perfect, and I'll own my This was stupid. Had he stopped his statement right there, he would have been much better off. But instead, he goes on this weird rant. Now, with all this said, don't get it mistaken. I've seen all the remarks and labels being thrown around so loosely. Social media is a destruction zone. I'm no predator or... Are you kidding me? Anyone that truly knows me knows where I stand on these things with those types of people. That's a different level of disgust that I hate even hearing about. Don't label me as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. Get out of here with that. Then he goes on to add, but trust me when I say this, all my haters that live and breathe social media with zero real life experience, I don't give a about you. Finally, if you're uncomfortable with this entire statement and think that I'm a piece, that's fine, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm not the same guy that made that mistake years ago. I'm taking an extended vacation with my family, as mentioned on stream, and then I'm coming back with a heavy weight off of my shoulders. They want me to disappear. Yeah, right. The entire statement read a little patronizing and overconfident for someone who just admitted to sexting a minor. Goes without saying that even after the news broke, the YouTube community heavily criticized him. Not least of all, Moist Critical.
An adult communicating inappropriately with a minor is bad. Full stop. It's inexcusable. No matter how you spin it, that is a horrible thing. Now, he may not have met up with the minor in question. However, was that his decision? Was he the one that decided not to meet up with him? Because with the information that's been come out, now, again, keep in mind, we don't have access to the chat log, like the conversations that took place, but from all the sources that have come out from like Bloomberg and all of that, it sounds like the conversation they had did talk about meeting up at TwitchCon. So, that right there shows pretty real intent to meet up with this person. And
even with all that said, a lot of questions still remained unanswered. For one, nobody seems to have seen the chats themselves, and the journalists reporting on the situation have all had their credibility called into question because of shady past. Then there's Twitch. Why exactly did they not make any of this information public? And how exactly did they lose a court case to Dr. Disrespect when they had hard evidence? But one thing that's not in doubt here is that Dr. Disrespect is in a lot of hot water currently. And when or if he comes back from that vacation, this isn't going away.